It's Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Equine Sanctuary, and I have with me a fecal examination test kit from Fish Head Diagnostics, and it's one of the home test kits that they offer for your snakes and other reptiles. And so I'm going to open this up and read the instructions, and we're going to test it out for the first time. I've never tried this before, so I'm going to see what I think of it. But our corn snake, Candy Corn, while I actually had 3 other snakes at the vet this afternoon in Denver for wellness checks, gave me a nice complete shed while I was gone, and she gave me fresh poop. So I've got a brand new fecal sample that I can test the test kit on and show you guys how to do it while I'm at it. All right, the brochure explains what a fecal examination is, what the fecal test includes, what comes in the kit. Nitrile gloves, got those. A wood applicator, got that right here. Sterile sealable bag, that would be this or this, I'm guessing. No, it must be this. Tube with liquid for fecal collection. Well, that's what's in this bag. Submission form, this piece of paper. Collection instructions, that's what I'm trying to find. Shipping materials and instructions and fecal test. Tips for successful collection. Here we go, instructions. While wearing gloves, take the wooden applicator and remove feces from the enclosure. Make sure feces is still moist. For venomous species, use proper safe enclosure technique. Corn snakes are non-venomous, so we don't have to worry about that. And the fecal sample is still moist because I just found it and it looks pretty fresh. Place 1 cubic centimeter of the fecal sample, a pencil eraser size, into the tube of liquid. Using the applicator stick, mix fecal sample with liquid to create a slurry, and then close the tube, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Candy Corn looks like she's in her humid hide, so I don't even have to bother her while I do this because she was nice enough to leave the fecal sample out in the open. Okay, Candy Corn is in here. Here is the fecal sample. Oh, and urates. So here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to take everything out right now. It is still moist. It feels like she actually just did this. And I'm going to put it all on this paper towel so that I guess I might as well take her shed out too. Ooh, she went a ton. This is all moist. So when I'm spot cleaning, I'll take out not just the feces and urates, but any moist substrate that they were lying in until all I feel is dry stuff, which I do. And then let me move this out of the way. She spends a lot of time under her water, so it's no surprise that she left part of her shed under there as well. So now I don't even have to bother her. She can just stay in her humid hide where she's at. Yep, that is still wet. She must have just done that. So remember, they said pencil eraser size amount of feces, and I'm going to take it from this part that seems really moist in the middle that kind of doesn't have any substrate or anything on it, and I'm going to take another really moist piece from another part and put it in there, and I'm going to mix this around into a slurry just like they said. Slurry. Doesn't that sound delicious? I mean, it kind of sounds like slushy. Slurry. And that's pretty slurry. And then we're going to seal it up. And I am going to take these gloves off and wrap up all of this stuff that we no longer need and throw that away, and I'll be right back to package this. I'm gonna wipe this area down with my rescue wipes, which is some concentrated hydrogen peroxide, and it's got a quick activation formula, so it only needs to be in contact with surfaces for, I think, 30 seconds. And it's what many veterinary hospitals use to disinfect with and sanitize with. And I love it now, and I'm keeping it on hand both in gallon jugs and in these convenient wipes. So I'm just cleaning this work area, and I wiped this off on the outside in case, you know, I accidentally got any fecal matter or any of the substrate on the outside of the container. And now we are going to package it up per the instructions. All right, we're up to step 3. So while wearing the gloves, I took the wooden applicator and removed the feces from the enclosure, making sure it was still moist. I placed about a pencil eraser sized portion into the liquid tube and created a slurry. Now it says close the tube, which I already did, and place in the bag, which I'm doing. Roll the top of the bag down and seal the bag by closing the flaps. So there feels like there's some metal in here, like maybe a twisty tie or something. Rolling it down, and then what I'm doing is I'm closing these flaps like it says. I guess I'm gonna close one this direction maybe, and one this direction. Label the bag with the animal ID, species, and date the sample was collected. So in this case, the animal's ID is going to be candy corn. The species is Pantherophis guttatus. She's a corn snake. And the date the sample was collected today is December 14th, 2021. And then it says samples can be held at room temperature until shipment. And then here are the shipping instructions. Ensure the bag is fully closed to prevent leakage. Label with the animal's name and unique identifier. And I guess we're putting it in this Ziploc bag. It says the Ziploc bag should be labeled with a fine tip permanent marker, including your last name, animal name, identification number, date, and species. Fill out the submission form. Provide a valid email address. Place sealed Whirl-Pack bag, I'm guessing that's what this is, into the clear fish head bag. That's what this is. Place the aforementioned materials into the pre-addressed stamped padded envelope. Contents do not need to be chilled for shipment. Okay, and then it says drop package at any registered UPS pickup location. So let me take care of all that, and I will show you what that looks like. Okay, note to everyone, label this bag before you put the sample collection bottle inside, because it's very difficult to write on the bag when it's not flat and there's a cylinder inside. But I've got her name on here, the fact that she's a female Pantherophis guttatus, and the date. It's pretty messy, but it's there. And then I wrote on this bag, well, it was flat before I put anything in there. And I've got my name, the snake's name, her species, and the date the sample was collected. So I'm sealing that all up. And then that just leaves me to fill out the form, which I'll do next. And then this is the bag that they sent me to send everything back in. And it's a UPS bag, and it's already got my return address on it and the address at Fish Head Diagnostics where this is going to. So all I literally have to do is stick this in the bag and fill out this form and stick it in the bag and seal it, and then drop it off at UPS. Ready to go ahead and put this in the mailing bag. I have filled out the requested paperwork. It did ask some information about when she arrived here, how long she's been with us in our family of animals, and any prior testing. So I had to go into her file and look up a previous parasitology test that she had on a fecal sample that we submitted after she was surrendered in October of 2018 here at our animal sanctuary. We had a routine fecal check done, and it indicated that she had tapeworms present, and she was treated for that. And subsequently, I haven't noticed anything unusual with her. So I'm just sending this in as a test for myself to try out this service, to see how easy or difficult it is to do, to see how long it takes to get the results back, etc. So she doesn't have any actual health concerns going on right now that are making me send this in. It's just that she gave me a fresh sample and it made it easy for me to go ahead and test out this process. Candy corn, your fecal sample's in here. We're gonna mail it off at UPS. I thought you guys might want to see that snake whose fecal sample we're actually sending into Fish Head Diagnostics for laboratory testing. And since she has emptied out at least her last meal or two and she freshly shed, I'm going to set her up with a foraging exercise. So she can do some active hunting and look for her next meal. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this interesting and educational. And until next time, everybody, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.